Hey people, y'all gonna love this. I'm fixing to break down this Matthew 12:42. I'm gonna give you a little explanation here first. But all these writings came off the wall. They were all written in rebus. And you can see here, this is my name in rebus. And it's like the French pronounce Paris the IS on the end would be Paris. So this is a Denis. And that last name is pronounced Pichu. And on the bottom that would be Denny's truck. So if you was going to take this from a picture and put it in words, you would write with a DEN and then a KNEE. And the ends would overlap there. And I noticed the Old Testament, when they wrote it, either they were trying to hide it or they didn't understand what they were writing because their words overlapped. I noticed right there at the beginning of Genesis. But I've noticed in the New Testament that they fully understood what they were writing. So the first people to write like this were called the POM, the POM, the pictures to see from the waters. And there's actually two different writings, and there's also the PALM, and the enlightened it was the PALM, the pictures to learn to bind and the waters, or the pictures to learn to bind from. So while the goy were looking at the pictures on the wall and saying, oh, that's the God of warfare and love, they would look at this picture and they say, oh, that's Denny Pichu. But the people reading the poem in there were breaking it down again and breaking the letters down into the words. And they said, oh, that's the one through the seed to work the secrets, to open the connection, to divide the soul. And that's EU, that's the life connected, the soul. So I believe these have two different spellings. I believe one is a rebus, B-I-S, and the other is a rebus, R-E-B-U-S. I think this is the rebus here. I think the simple one is the rebus. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter. I'll figure it out before long anyway. So here, Matthew 12:42. It's real easy to read. You can see it's the basilicsa. You break that down, and that's the basil of Isa. The basil. That's where you set an expensive stone. You don't want it to fall out. That's also that ring around your watch. It's the base. It's the base ingredient of witchcraft. Basil. You'll find it at the base of a lot of your witchcraft. And that Isa, that's Egyptian name meaning precious. You put your precious stone in the basil. Up on the wall it said the house of Isis. The seed of O2. No2. The seed of O2. And that's also known as the widget. And that's these eyes of Ra and Horus. And they're not the same. And you'll see them backwards often. But this is going to let us know how to straighten them back out. Because they have a meaning. And one of them is meaning math. Is in the different parts of the eye you'll see on the wall. And that's going to tell you a fraction. And the other is going to give you a sense of touch and sight, thought. And so it's telling us the girth of Seti. And that girth, that would be the foot life first collected. So I guess you learn that from that picture of the shoe salesman. The first thing he did was measure the width of your foot. Set. That's also the dog that cut Osiris up. So Osiris was the original writings. They were all in one piece where everybody could read them. And Seti is the one who divided it up into the secrets like this and put put the secrets all in all these codes. And then you see the seed writings divided, the Antichristi, the seed writings divided to give first to make the secret life work. So now everybody that knows this, you're the Antichrist. From the writings, meta, that's from the writings. Kata is the book, meta is from the writings. The divided secret, or the, that's probably one of the few words that they got right there. You would just say the instead of saying divided secret if you were talking. Of the DNA, the genus, to carry the seed life knowledge, that's DNA. The DNA of Thoth. And you can see that it's spelled straight out. That's not an E before the S, that's the H. The key of the Book of the Crown, the Book of the King, of Aten. Aten, that's that god on the wall that's catching the moon rays in the glass. And that's not the sun, that's the moon. I don't care what none of them professionals say, they can't read none of the rest of it either. I'm pretty sure that that's the god of math, because he's always seen with those 3 little zeros and then 2 big ones on one side. And the other side, 2 big ones and 3 little ones. It's probably the god of tens, the god of the decimal. And that crown there, that was to give the first work seed life, the crown. And then Oti, to seal the work. You'll see that in the Old Testament too. They give it the meaning of daughter. So Aten, to seal the work of the ethylene, to divide the bind, to collect the life seed. Ek, the fold. So that was the key of the Book of the Crown, to learn the connected writings to divide the seed. That Hoti, that's the TI, the numbers, to see the numbers, to divide the bind collected of the seed, the fold of the ton paraton, the writing's last seed, to open the knowledge of the ration, to open the knowledge, the first to learn the writings of all seed. Your DNA is a book that was written by Thoth, 12,000 years ago at least, it looks like. Ton paraton, the foot divided secrets of Akusa, the knowledge fold to see the connected say. The secret knowledge works were in spoken writings, it looks like, Akusa. The writings divided seed of Sophia Solomonos. You split that solo and monos up and Google that, and most all language today will still tell you that's one monkey, one smart monkey, and this would be that one smart monkey that you see he's blue. If you saw that flick yesterday, you understand why he's blue. To make through, to see the connection, to open the bind of the ion. One monkey all through life. So one more time through here. The bacillus, the house, the knowledge to consume the works, the binds to make consume the fires of knowledge, of the seed of O2, that widget, that O2, to the seed to see the writings of the eye connected, of the girth of Seti, the foot life first to collect, to divide the fires of the seal knowledge to make, in the seed writings to give the first to make the secret life works, from the writings of the divided secrets of DNA of Thoth, the key of the Book of the Crown of Aten, to see the seal work, to divide the bind, to collect the life seed, the fold of ton paraton, the secrets divided, the foot divided secrets, knowledge fold to seek connected say, the kusei, the writings divided seed of one smart monkey, the key to make through to see the connection, to open the bind of the ion of one monkey all through life. So a viewer asked me, what am I learning about spirituality in the books, and I'm not learning in these books. I learned it before I started reading, and I'll tell you what I learned. I learned that we are one, and there's only two things greater than being the one. And number two is when you realize that you are one and you are just as good as anything else, and everything else is just as good as you. And then when you realize that, you realize the all, and you're at the second stage then. And that's when you just want to spread the word to all, to get everybody to understand. And when everybody understands, then we will become one of the all. We'll all become one, and we'll have that magic power to do whatever. So I use a meditation from Paul Santisi. I'll try to find a link and leave it here for you. And what it does, it helps you clear your mind of all thoughts. And once you get all the thoughts cleared from your mind, you can dream when you're wide awake, and you'll learn how to connect with the all, and how to connect with this knowledge of all that's floating around you all the time, and you're just not able to connect to it. It's a good day, folks. God is light, God is love, God is knowledge.